Yali Nation, Yali Nation, Yali Nation, good morning. I hope you're doing well wherever you're in and tuning in from. So today I want to talk to you about competitive advantage and the reason why you shouldn't be focused on your competitors, but you should mostly be focused on your own competitive advantage. I was giving a talk a while back and I was talking about the importance of bootstrapping, why it's important to bootstrap compared to just go out and raise money while you don't have a business that is actually generating revenue. And if you're going to raise money for a business, then you most likely have to already have figured out how you're going to make money and how you're going to make the money back that you're raising. And so this person, young person, very valid question. He said, what do you do when your competitors have so much money and they can acquire customers, they can hire great employees, and then you're left there, you literally can't compete? And I told him, I said, listen, the first thing is, if you're going to start a business and you're focused more on the competition than on the opportunity that is in front of you and the problem that you're trying to solve, you're never going to start that business. I remember there was a time I met a guy who was one of the early Kenyans who started an e-commerce platform. He was one of the early people who built an e-commerce platform, and it was going to be a very good platform. But then, not long after, he heard that Safaricom was launching its own e-commerce platform. And just hearing it, just the announcement of that, made him stop developing his project, made him stop trying to build it. Because he looked at the sheer size of Safaricom, which is the largest telco in East Africa, the largest mobile money provider in Africa and in the world, and thought there's no way I'm going to be able to compete. But that platform didn't succeed. Safaricom was not able to dominate that space. And if you really study a lot of the products that they've launched over the years, none of them have been highly successful like M-Pesa. And so you realize that this entrepreneur, just like many of us, we're so preoccupied by someone stealing our idea, we're so preoccupied by someone coming and copying our idea, that we don't focus on what is the most important thing for every business is your customer. The problem that you're solving for the customer and for which the customer is willing and able to pay. So this is what I tell you when you're out there, afraid or focused on your competitors, saying that your competitors have more market share than you do. You just focus on solving the problem that they haven't yet been able to solve. Because no company is perfect. Even yours, let's say you're the dominant player in an industry and you are so focused on maintaining your market share or growing your market share, there's always going to be something that you're going to have to leave on the table because you always have to compromise. And so that compromise that the big player does is where the opportunity is for the outlier, for the small player. And so if you come into that space and you can offer something better. Facebook came in when there were other social media platforms. They weren't the first social media platform, right? Google came in. There were other search engines. If you take Equity Bank here in Kenya, Equity Bank came in. There were other banks and they didn't have a lot of money when they came in. But they saw that a lot of these banks, the cost, the money that they were asking for the people to put up to open an account was too high. Many Kenyans could not afford. And so they decided we're going to open accounts for free. You can come and you take the money that is under your bed, that is in your bra, bring it and you can create an account. You can save with us. And that's how they grew to become one of the largest financial institutions in East Africa today. Safaricom the same. When they came, it wasn't like there was no other telco in the market. They found that other people were playing, but they weren't selling their airtime in fractured amounts. So they said, okay, we can fracture the amount, make it easier for someone to even, with 5 bob, 10 bob, you can be able to have airtime. And today they're the largest player in the market. And even them, they can be disrupted if they don't consistently innovate themselves. So don't be afraid of competition. Look for your competitive edge. What allows you to be best in that niche that you're trying to conquer, and focus on that. And once you do that, you can be able to create yourself a very good market within that space. You don't need to be the leader in your industry for you to be profitable. You don't need to be the one who has the largest market share in your industry for you to actually have a big and good business. So I want to inspire you today not to give up on your goals and your dreams because you saw someone else doing it. No, your goals are yours. God gave them to you for you to accomplish them. He's going to give you the way and the innovation for you to make them a success. You have a wonderful day. We'll talk more tomorrow. Take care of yourselves.